Понял, под моим управлением. Наблюдаю у вас 292 на 94.
Hello guys, once again, it's Matt, and today we're going to check another F4, getting all the F4s in the game, and we are going to check the F-4E for the United States. Well, it was made in 1968, the middle of the Vietnam War, so it was kind of a modern aircraft for the time. It has a pretty good radar. It doesn't have pulse Doppler or anything like that still, but yeah, pretty good. It has the AIM-7E2, the dogfight ones, and the AIM-9Js. Of course, it has the 20mm Vulcan cannon. And of course, it was kind of the top dog together with the F5 before a couple of patches ago. And right now, because of the MiG-23 meta and other aircraft and the missile kind of different meta that we have right now, it's kind of weird, you know. I don't know if it still fits the meta. I'm still waiting for the naval ones, the naval F4s, the Navy F4s, I mean. But yeah, because we have some naval ones like the FJ1 and the FGR2. So yeah, but yeah, let's try to use it just as a fighter. Something is locking me up. Nah, that was optimistic. But yeah, the F4. Sorry. Come on. What the hell is happening? Yeah. I did not even see that guy. So yeah, let's try another one. That was quick, and I did not see that guy coming and shooting a missile on me. I got kind of to note vision. Let's try a different strategy. I mean, I still advise you guys to actually fly the both type of aircraft. I mean, we have both two types of gameplays that we can do in top tier, I think, in fighters. We have the F5 or MiG-21 type of gameplay, so flying low and dogfighting, and we have the BVR like type of gameplay, of course, with the F4, the MiG-23. We have some aircraft that can do both, like the Vegan or even the Mirage, kind of. Not in the current meta in top tier, but still can do both in certain situations. But yeah, they're kind of, I mean, it's hard sometimes. The F4 is kind of hard sometimes to play because it doesn't have the pulse Doppler radar sometimes, which is it's kind of bad, but it's not that bad. The MiG-23 also don't have a proper pulse Doppler, and you can use it always. Of course, the AIM-7E is not as good as the R-24, but you have a very good missile nonetheless, and you have 4 of them. I'm going to make a video next week about the missiles. Oh, yeah. Something is already locking me up. I'm going to climb a little bit more. But I'm going to make more videos on missiles and chefs and flares, because the meta kinda changed a little bit in the flare, and of course in how the missiles work, because they changed how all the BVR missiles work, kind of. So yeah, I have some videos on that already, but yeah. Let's get into the battle itself. So yeah, I don't think it fits perfectly the current meta, but it's a very good aircraft nonetheless, with very good missiles still. So yeah, we have a target there. 12 o'clock, I don't see it. It's somewhere, yeah, there, yeah. Those are probably the targets that I was seeing. Oh, there you go. There's a guy there. Come on. I'm probably dead. Yeah. And of course the missile don't hit him. Because you don't have the pulse Doppler, it's kinda hard to aim the target. But yeah. So yeah guys, sorry about the breathing. I don't know what happened to my mic there, but yeah. So yeah, guys, taking a look here at another battle. This is post commentary because I was not getting any good battles. I found that the F4 is not. I mean, I'm not saying it's supposed to be 10.7, but it's not the top dog anymore. Most of you guys already know that, especially because of its missiles and the radar itself. It's kind of heavy, even without the max fuel and with the Agile Eagle package. I mean, it's still not the fastest and not the best turning aircraft in top tier. The missiles, I mean, as I said before, the R-24 is way better than the Sparrows, any Sparrows. The R-24 is basically comparable to a IM-7F actually. But you have of course, you have the advantage of carrying 4 missiles instead of the 2 that the Russians have. But I still take R-24s every day instead of the AIM-7s. Of course, it's realistic because the R-24 is like from 1982 or something. So yeah, the AIM-7, it's a very early missile, especially the 2 is from the early 70s, I think. So yeah, it's pretty bad missile in general, comparable to the 80s missiles that we are going to see in the future in War Thunder, like the R-27 and the better versions of the AIM-7 itself. But still a very good missile. You're going to see some kills. I don't think it's in this match, but come on, dog. There's a dog here. I mean, but yeah, I think we're going to get some kills with it, just to show you guys, how it is and stuff. Of course, the AIM-9. Some guy actually posted that I was kind of hurt because of the AIM-9 is that it's not performing well and stuff. And apparently he did not understand what I said because the AIM-9 was bad in real life until the America developed the AIM-9L. Okay, so of course it's always the Cold War was always kind of I mean, sometimes the USSR had the advantage and sometimes the USA had the advantage. So for example, in the 60s, in general, the IR missiles of the USA were better than the Russian ones. And of course, the AIM-9B being developed in the 50s, and of course, the AIM-9E being entered in service in 1968 or something, so late 60s. So of course, it was a way better missile than anything that the Russians had. But in 1970s, the early 70s especially, the Russians had a clear advantage in the R60. So that's why I was complaining about the AIM-9. It's just that it was not the best missile that there were, in real life. That's why I think we should get better AIM-9s, but of course not in the Air Force aircraft because we already have the best 70s IR missiles that we should have. So the AIM-9J and P and everything like that. Okay, so I was saying that the AIM-9 itself was not as good as the R60 for dogfights and stuff, especially. And Jesus Christ. But yeah, it was not as good as the R60 for this type of dogfights. Okay, once the AIM-9L came out in the late 70s, of course it was far superior to anything that the Russians had. And of course, even with the R60M, the AIM-9L was still superior. With the AIM-9M, it was still a little bit superior. But then in 1984, I think, the Russians made the R-73, which is comparable to the AIM-9X from the 90s and 2000s. So yeah, it was always one-sided, and then the other side got the better advantage. and it was always like that. So people need to chill about it a little bit. It's not that the M9 is bad in game, it's just that it was bad in real life, comparable to the MatAWG and the R60. Once we get the M9L and we don't get the R73, for example, the M9L will be the best missile in game. So yeah, it's the same with the R24. The R24 is clearly the best missile in game right now. If you don't agree with me, just check it out. The the stats of the missiles. Of course, it pulls technically 1G less than the Sparrow, but Gs are not the only thing that matter in a missile. The speed, of course, the burn time. I mean, the speed, I think it's better. I think it's Mach 3.5 or 5.0. I don't remember exactly, but the speed it's comparable or even better. But the thing is the burn time. The burn time is a lot longer, a third of the time better than the Sparrow. So that makes the missile have a lot more energy, and of course has a lot bigger payload, a lot bigger warhead, and of course it has a very large look at this kill, very good kill, yes, very good kill. But yeah, as you see, the M7 is not bad. I was just saying that the R24 is a little bit better, just a tiny bit, but it's a little bit better. And of course the R24 has a tracking rate of, I think it's 20 degrees, and the M7s all have, for now, have the 12 degrees, so it doesn't change the flight path that quickly, you know. So when I talk about stuff, I normally tend to try to see the statistics of it and everything about it. Of course, sometimes we could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could see something that is not right. So always, if you know something that I'm saying wrong, of course, leave it in the comments and subscribe, of course. But yeah, as I said, therefore, because of those reasons, because of the missile systems that we have in the F4, is not the best aircraft in game. Of course, it's far away from that, but it's still a very good and a very capable aircraft. So I would advise you guys to fly high. Maybe if you're not spaded, try to use 20 minutes of fuel. But if you are, I mean, try using more fuel because you're going to need it sometimes, and it's always nice to have it. Here we have another good kill with the Sparrow. So yeah, of course, being the dogfight version. Look at that. Very good. The vegan didn't even try to evade. There was no time. So yeah. So basically, try to fly high. Try to do BVR. Try to fly as high as possible, but normally near 5 kilometers or 15,000 feet. It's a good height for flying this type of aircraft. I normally fly the MiG-23 and all the F4s at this height, even the F-4F. So yeah, as you see, even trying to dodge, trying to dodge a MiG-23, it's always nice. The roll rate is amazing. This aircraft is still very fun to fly, so it's not because we have boost Doppler and we have a lot of MiG-23s and stuff that we need better F4s and better stuff for USA. USA have 3 amazing aircraft at top tier with the F-8E, the F-4E, and of course the F-5. So we don't need it, you know. But it would be nice to see the F-4S with the smokeless engine, and of course not having the cannon on the nose. Of course, having still a very powerful engine, a little bit more powerful than the Air Force ones, I think, I'm not sure, but I think. And having the Agile Eagle package. It's an amazing aircraft, so yeah. And keep an eye out for more videos this week. As you see, a lot of people, yeah, that was not a very good maneuver. But yeah, I hope I've been helpful, and I see you guys next time. Bye.